In this video, I'll cover 6 steps to buying your first real estate deal. And if you stick until the end, you'll be able to use this exact process to find a deal for yourself in your market. Hi guys, my name is Ryan Chow. I'm a pharmacist turned real estate investor, and I teach beginner investors how to get started investing in real estate. Step number 1 is to make sure you have an emergency fund. This is typically $10,000 or $15,000 or 6 times your estimated monthly mortgage payment. Now, the reason you need an emergency fund is that most real estate investments will have unexpected expenses or fixes that you need to make. This could be anything from fixing a washer and dryer, or maybe a broken dishwasher, or it could be something even more expensive, such as fixing a broken water heater or a sewage line break. In any case, you need to have cash available if something like this happens to your house. Now, to figure out what 6 times your estimated monthly mortgage is, you can go to Zillow. So here's a Zillow listing of a random house in Houston, Texas. I chose Houston, Texas because Houston has a lot of big houses, and I like looking at big houses. The Zillow estimated mortgage is $1,829 per month. So 6 times $1,829 comes out to be $10,974 that you should have saved as an emergency fund. Step number 2 is to decide whether you want to live in the rental as a house hack, which only requires 3.5% down payment, versus not live at the rental, which usually requires a 20% down payment. House hacking means that you stay in one room, such as the master bedroom, and you rent out the other rooms. In a lender's eyes, you probably won't stop making payments on the house that you live in, so they allow you to put less skin in the game. Hence, house hacking only requires a 3.5% down payment. This minimizes how much cash you need to have before getting started. Now, back to that house on Zillow. Let's say I'm buying the house for its asking price, which is $250,000. If I only need to put 3.5% down payment and live at the house, it means I need to only put in $8,750. And if I put 20% down payment and not live in it, then I have to put in $50,000. So I save $41,250 by house hacking and putting in 3.5% down payment versus putting 20% down payment and not living at the house. What's cool about a house hack is I only need to live in it for a year. Then I can move and rent out my master bedroom and repeat the process again and again and again until I have 4 or 5 rentals. Step number 3 is doing your market research, which is just a fancy term for researching the demand for housing in your city. This involves figuring out local apartment vacancy rates and talking to your target tenant directly to figure out what they are looking for, what specific neighborhoods they feel safe in. For example, in Sacramento, East Sac and Pocket are considered some of the safer areas to live in. And so that will attract more high quality tenants. And for apartments, I always say, if the apartments can fill all their units and have 0 vacancies, then I should be able to do it too. I go over in more detail the technicals on how to do market research in my mentorship program, which you can access on my website, newbierealestateinvesting.com. Step number 4 is to watch this cute squirrel that always hangs out in front of my house. Just kidding. The actual step number 4 is to find out what your estimated rental income will be. You need to know how much are you getting paid to buy this rental. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Zillow, and I'll copy the address here and then paste it into this website called rentometer.com. And I'm going to go ahead and select how many beds and baths there are. There are 4 beds and 2 baths. So I'm going to just put 1.5 or more, and I'm going to go ahead and click analyze, and then boom. It spits out $1,768 as my estimated monthly rental income. Step number 5 is to call up a local realtor and ask them to do property walkthroughs with you. So here I'm going to Zillow Agent Finder for Houston, Texas, and I'm going to go ahead and start looking at some of these agents. So this lady has a lot of good reviews, but too large of a team. She might hand me off to an assistant or somebody who is new and only sold 1 or 2 houses before. So I really watch out for that. Some of these people, for example, this guy only has 6 sales in the last 12 months. So that does worry me. Now, this person I like, she has 19 sales in the last 12 months. She doesn't have a huge team. She is a top agent on Zillow. I could go ahead and read about her background and everything here. It looks like she began by personally buying and managing rental properties. She can definitely help you as an investor if you're buying rental properties. And here are some of the properties that she sold recently. This is definitely somebody I would probably call up and interview. Once you selected an agent, you can go ahead and call them up to get a home walkthrough. You can do this in person, or you can do it virtually through Zoom or another software, like you see in the video here. Now, the final step, step number 6, is decide whether you like the house or not and then place an offer. And that's it.
That was easy.
That was easy. Like anything in life, real estate looks really tough. But when you actually do the necessary tasks, it becomes a lot easier than you thought. Sometimes our fears play tricks on our brains. They blow the situation out of proportion, and they keep us in our own heads, spending hours ruminating, but spending 0 minutes actually taking action. We call that analysis paralysis. In reality, this 6-step process that I outlined here can be accomplished in less than 1 or 2 hours. And that's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to share it with your friends and family. And please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe so that this can reach more people. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.